Number 10.
Sam Snead has got just a classic swing.
Sam Snead wasn't nicknamed the Slammer for nothing, as he pioneered the power game in an era known more for finesse. He parlayed his length off the tee into a Hall of Fame career and 82 PGA Tour victories, a record that still stands today. Number 9.
He just absolutely smash-mouthed that one.
J.B. Holmes finished outside the top 5 in driving distance just once from his rookie season in 2006 to 2010 and led the tour in that category in 2011 at over 318 yards per drive.
J.B. Holmes is brute strength. I mean, the guy hits it miles.
Holmes never averaged less than 304 yards off the tee in his first 6 seasons, and from 2010 through 2011, he hit over 1,000 drives of more than 300 yards, leading the PGA Tour.
I cannot wait to see the number on this one.
Going to be closer to 400 than anything else.
Number 8. An underrated power player, Davis Love III led the PGA Tour in driving distance in 1986 and 1994 and was second on 3 other occasions. Love set the record for longest drive on the PGA Tour, bombing one 476 yards in 2004 on the 18th hole at Kapalua.
The golf ball doesn't know how old you are, and I'm certainly hitting it well enough to be competitive.
Love finished in the top 20 in driving distance in 23 of his first 26 seasons on tour, including a 17th place finish in 2010 at almost 298 yards per drive. Number 7.
Arnold Palmer's probably one of the guys most responsible for the modern game as we know it.
Part of that modern game was Palmer's power,
Palmer nearly knocked the cover off the ball.
which saw him exceed the tour average for driving distance into his mid-50s. Known for his somewhat unorthodox swing, Palmer drove his way to 62 career wins and 7 major championships.
I really did not make any swing changes in my career. I started with a pattern when I started playing the tour, and I stuck with it until today.
Number 6.
Power certainly has been a big issue in the game the last 10 years, how far the young players are hitting the golf ball. Tiger had a big role in that play.
Tiger Woods burst onto the scene, utilizing his amazing athleticism to transform the game and make 300-yard drives the rule rather than the exception.
When you have an athlete who's that strong and that flexible, he can make the club move at a velocity and a speed that's just a little bit different.
Tiger's tee shot, that looked so solid.
Tiger finished in the top 3 in driving distance 6 times from 1997 through 05, winning 10 majors in that span.
I remember when he won his first Masters, you know, he came out and just pretty much demolished the whole field and was hitting it 40 yards further than everyone else, and that was kind of the beginning of the new era of golf, really.
Number 5. Greg Norman was a fixture in the top 10 of the driving distance ranking, achieving that distinction 9 times between 1984 and 1994.
I used to love just watching him hit drivers. He used to hit them off the deck, off a tee, whatever. He could do whatever he wanted to do.
He could draw it, he could fade it, he could hit it high and low and very straight.
Not just powerful, Norman was also accurate, finishing first in total driving 3 times in his career.
Long and straight, maybe the greatest driver of the ball that's ever played the game of golf.
Number 4. Dubbed Boom Boom for his prodigious power.
That is a long one.
Fred Couples has finished in the top 10 in driving distance 15 times since 1981, becoming a fan favorite along the way.
Fred Couples was the coolest kid in town. That was the guy you wanted to be like and play like.
As we like to say, he's kind of a golfing genius. You know, I don't think he knows what he's doing out there sometimes, but he just knows how to put the club on the ball every time and hit it very solidly.
Number 3. Bubba Watson led the tour in driving distance in his first 3 seasons and finished second in each of the following 3. His career best average came during his 2006 rookie campaign at 319 yards per drive.
He can hit it 300 yards at any time.
People recognize him for how long he's hitting the golf ball, and yes, he does hit it long, but he's just so skilled with shaping the golf ball left to right, right to left. I think he's a very skillful player.
Number 2. Grip it and rip it has long been John Daly's motto.
These guys are good.
The preeminent modern long ball hitter, Daly led the tour in driving distance 11 times and became the first player to average 300 yards off the tee in 1997.
When you think of a long-hitting player, one of the first that comes to mind is John Daly, and he had that, way past parallel swing, and that's how he generated his power.
Daly doesn't just hit fairways, he swallows them up.
Number 1. Jack Nicklaus ranked in the top 10 in driving distance as recently as 1980 at the age of 40, but he was far more than just a bomber.
Jack is probably the longest and straightest hitter on the tour today.
He won 73 times on the PGA Tour, highlighted by a record 18 majors. It was this combination of unparalleled success and length off the tee that forever transformed the game of golf.